Afternoon, y'all. When the game first came out, I was gonna make a video like this, but I was mad stupid at the time. I didn't know anything about the game. So now that we have a relaunch, it's perfect time to actually make this video about beginner tips. So here are my 5 beginner tips for you to get an advantage over the players you'll be playing against. So tip number 1 is gonna be a little simple, kind of dumb, but you should play the tutorial twice. Once with a Vanguard, Assassin, or Specialist, and once with a Marksman. This is because melee characters and projectile characters have special tutorials catered towards them. These tutorials show you how these mechanics work without going really in depth with them at all. The mechanics they show you are called cut and poise and keep. And these mechanics are basically fancy ways to say super armor, attack strength, and projectile health. These mechanics are super important as they kind of dictate how you'll be fighting people who have the same moveset as you. It also shows how you can beat enemy projectiles by just attacking through them. And that's usually what the assassin has to do. They have to go take down the marksman, so they can just keep hitting the marksman. Even if the marksman tries to shoot them, it'll be futile for the marksman. However, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Now usually this is the part of the video where I'd go over the mechanic in depth for 10 minutes to cover any possible questions about it, but I already did that video way back. In that same video, I also linked to another guide, which explains it in a more mathematical sort of way. I explain more about how it feels to actually be playing, while he explains it more with the actual data. I'll link those in the description below, but it's time to move on to our next tip for beginners, and that's being sneaky with your recovery after getting brave attacked. When you get hit by a brave attack and you don't hit a wall, you can jump to recover in the air or on the ground. When your character is doing the flip, they're invincible. If you learn how to time it well, you can get a free punish by forcing an enemy to miss their attack on you. And this is a bit of a sub-version of this tip, I suppose. But when you're hit against a wall by 2 brave attacks in rapid succession, or when you're hit against by any HP attack, your character is given temporary invincibility when they land on their feet. It's extended much further if you get HP attacked. This invincibility duration ends as soon as you attack, or if you wait too long. I mention it here because you can use it to the same effect. You can also make reads of this mechanic, because if the opponent throws out an attack as soon as they're able to control their character, they'll become vulnerable again. And if your attack's already existing at that point, well, you get a free hit on. Also, as shown in the clip above, you get this invincibility while respawning. Okay, now to tip 3. This is guard first, dodge second. The game goes into dodge canceling a little bit, saying that if you miss an attack, you should dodge cancel out of it, but you can also just hit guard and do the exact same thing. You can also dodge cancel and guard cancel outside of summons, either when you complete them or if you stop them early. You'll be able to guard cancel out of the end lag from it. Anyways, you'll be wanting to guard first because it lowers your elevation, meaning that attacks in the air will miss you if you're up high in the air, and because in case the enemy HP attacks, maybe they read your guard or whatever, you can still dodge outside of the guard. There's no increased startup to dodging if you're already holding the guard. So unless your shield's red, there's really no point to not going with a guard first and then quickly dodging out of the way, or letting it go and attacking or doing whatever happens in the match. Tip number 4 is to summon and announce it to your teammates when you want to summon. If your teammates are currently in the middle of combat, give them the get away voice line, and then give them the back up voice line, and then ask them to summon again. You'll get more voice lines for your characters as you level them up. Anyways, you'll make bad calls, and you'll make mistakes. This is okay, you know, just stop summoning and then rectify whatever's happening, and then try to summon again. You usually want to summon after you get the core down and actually unlock your summon, or after you get an HP attack off, since that's one less enemy to worry about while you try to summon. Once you reach around Platinum or Mithril, your teammates will drop what they're doing and summon with you to get that instant summon. Okie dokie. Now onto the very last tip, and that is to spam HP attacks if it's working. It almost never will, but some people have some kind of, I don't know, honor code, I guess? Apprehension? Whatever you want to call it. Anxiety? They just don't want an HP attack. They want to build the Brave to maximum and then land one HP attack that will kill the opponent. No. Don't do this. Just don't. You take more bravery damage the higher your current brave is. This is to balance it out, and so you can't just sit on top of like 3,500 brave for the entire match and be basically unkillable. By landing HP attacks, you never run that risk, and the enemy can't get much brave from you, or any more brave than they normally should be able to. And I don't think I need to explain why it's important that the enemy should have lower bravery than your team. Okay, you've heard me rant long enough about these tips and stuff. Now put it into practice. Try landing them HP attacks, try being sneaky with your recoveries. Alright, I'll see you guys next time on Blue the Hedgehog. Go play NT and try the things you learned now. And I won't lie, this clip of me fighting as Ace in this one match has been very versatile for this entire video, hasn't it? Okay everyone, see you later.